Masterwork materials are the most valuable items in Destiny 2 because you need them to upgrade all of your gear. So in this video, I'll go over every source of Masterwork materials, the best spots to farm for them, and some ways to earn materials passively. I'm Marshix, and I've managed to masterwork my entire vault using these methods. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like down below. To masterwork legendary weapons, you'll need 17 enhancement cores. For crafted weapons, you'll need 3 enhancement cores for each normal perk, 2 prisms and 1 ascendant alloy for each enhanced perk, and 17 enhancement cores for the enhanced frame. Then for armor, legendaries require 3 enhancement cores, 3 enhancement prisms, and 1 ascendant shard. And exotic armor takes 5 cores, 5 prisms, and 3 shards. You can also masterwork ghost shells, and they only cost 7 enhancement cores. You can also convert your materials into more valuable materials at the Cryptart. You can convert 10 enhancement cores into 1 prism, and 10 prisms into 1 ascendant shard. There's also a weird trick you can do to convert them the opposite way, but I'll go over that in a little bit. One of the easiest ways to farm enhancement cores is through the gunsmith. As you rank up the gunsmith, he'll give you enhancement cores, an ascendant alloy, and a golf ball. He also has a bunch of really simple bounties that award enhancement cores. All you need to do to complete these is get kills with specific weapons in any activity. These take no time to complete, and you'll probably get them done without even trying. Grab these whenever you can for some really easy cores. If only I was this rich in real life. Awesome champions, intense PvE and PvP content, and tactical upgrade systems. Well, Raid Shadow Legends has all of these and is a must-play game right now. Collect and upgrade hundreds of champions to take on dungeons, clan bosses, the Doom Tower, the PvP arena, and so much more. And right now, Raid is celebrating its 4th anniversary, so let's throw a party with all my favorite champions. Ultimate Death Knight, Hofferes, Tyrell, and Rhonda. I bring this team everywhere I go because they're all so strong. Raid's anniversary brings a ton of free gifts, dedicated offers, promo codes, events, and a brand new fusion event where you can get your hands on an anniversary themed legendary champion. Now is the perfect time to get started. Use my link in the description or scan my QR code here on screen to get a free epic champion Kellen the Shrike and other useful things. You can also use promo code 4YearsRaid to get your hands on 4 legendary skill tomes as well as a bunch of other items. Try Raid Shadow Legends today for free by clicking the link in the description, and I'll see you in game. Another easy way to get masterwork materials is through the tower vendors. As you rank up Zavala, Shaxx, the Drifter, and Lord Saladin, you get enhancement cores and prisms. And after your first reset, you get an ascendant shard. This isn't something you should focus on entirely, but it's another source that happens in the background as you play the respective activities. There are a couple other one and done sources that give really easy materials. First is the season pass. You get cores and prisms through the paid track, and most notably, you get ascendant shards at rank 85, 90, and 94. And you get ascendant alloys at rank 89 and 95. The Cryptart also outright sells cores, prisms, and ascendant alloys for legendary shards. They're really expensive though, so I don't recommend buying these unless you have plenty of legendary shards to spare. Okay, now on to the farmable sources of Masterwork materials, starting with Lost Sectors. Legend and Master Lost Sectors have a chance to drop enhancement cores and prisms. And this season, it seems like they drop more than ever. I ran about 10 Lost Sectors this week, and every single one dropped cores, and most of them dropped at least 1 prism. These can be done in a fire team for really fast clears to farm materials, or if you decide to run these solo, you can get exotics at the same time. And Bungie just increased the drop rate of exotics yesterday, so they should be dropping a lot more often. Although, we still don't know what the actual drop rate is. Follow me on Twitter and retweet this so Bungie sees it. Another place to farm masterwork materials is through Empire hunts. These can drop enhancement cores and prisms. The higher the difficulty, the better quality drops. And you can simultaneously farm for high stat armor while running these. You will need to kill all champions in order to get the full rewards though. A similar and probably better way to farm masterwork materials is through Nightfalls. Each difficulty has different drops. Hero and Legend can drop cores and prisms, Masters can drop those and Ascendant shards, and Grandmaster Nightfalls give a guaranteed Ascendant shard and a good chance for a second shard. You will still need to defeat all champions in the Nightfall to get the full rewards. If you're playing solo, I recommend Hero difficulty for quicker clears with a match-made team, or if you do have a team, run the highest difficulty you can for better quality rewards. This is usually the best way to farm Ascendant shards in PvE, but there's actually a glitch right now that allows you to get way more in a fraction of the time. But first, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Dungeons have a chance to drop enhancement cores, prisms, and Ascendant shards after every encounter, but only on Master difficulty. All of these can be done solo, but they're very difficult and time consuming, so it's only really worth it in a team. That's where this glitch comes in. In Master Duality, you can insta-kill the first boss completely solo. Shoot the bell to start the encounter, shoot the 2 scions behind you, then stand near the edge of the map. You can bait the boss to the side and have him swing off the edge. Once he falls, you can grapple back with Strand or use something like Icarus Dash or Thunder Crash to save yourself. Wait a few seconds and you'll be teleported back to grab your loot. This can drop enhancement cores, prisms, ascendant shards, dungeon weapons, and artifice armor. Grab your loot, then go to orbit. You'll have to reset your checkpoint each time, but you can easily speedrun back to the first encounter by grappling to a rocket in the beginning and riding it up to the ceiling. This allows you to skip the longest part of the run, and the whole thing start to finish only takes around 3 minutes. This glitch will get patched soon, so go for it while you can. Another amazing farm for Masterwork materials is Trials of Osiris. In Trials, once you have a 7-win card, flawless or not, each additional win has a good chance of dropping enhancement cores, prisms, and ascendant shards. You can go in here solo or with a team, and as long as you get 7 wins, you can start grinding. And since Trials matches don't take too long, this is actually faster than Nightfalls, assuming you keep around a 50% win rate. If you like Crucible, this is the place to farm materials. Now let's talk about Ascendant alloys. The most common way to get them is through the Witch Queen and Lightfall weekly story missions. Hero difficulty drops them at a rare drop rate, Legend is uncommon, and Master is common. Just like Nightfalls, you'll need to kill all champions to get the full drop rates. Hero difficulty does have matchmaking, so if you're playing solo, run that for the fastest clears. And if you have a team, run the highest version you can comfortably and efficiently farm. Master Wellspring can also drop Ascendant alloys. This does require 6 people, but if you're willing to LFG for a group, a ton of people farm this without mics, so it's kinda like in-game matchmaking. Just be sure to equip weapons to deal with champions before joining, or else everyone will hate you. And rightfully so. Now, as I mentioned before, there's a weird way to convert your Ascendant shards into prisms and your prisms into cores. First, go into collections and purchase a blue armor piece. Then you need to upgrade it from level 5 to level 8. This will cost you 3 cores and a prism, then you can dismantle it to get 6 cores in return. This basically means you turned 1 prism into 3 cores. You do lose some of the value in the process, but this is good if you're ever desperate for cores. Also, you're capped to the amount of prisms you can hold, but there's no cap to the amount of cores you can hold, so you can stockpile cores and hoard them in your vault. The same thing works with Ascendant shards. If you fully masterwork a piece of armor for 3 cores, 3 prisms, and 1 golf ball, you can dismantle it into 6 cores and 6 prisms, meaning you can convert Ascendant shards into 3 cores and 3 prisms. Now, here's how to passively earn Masterwork materials. There are a few ghost mods that you'll need. The lesser core harvest mods will give you enhancement cores when you get precision kills in Crucible, defeat invaders in Gambit, or defeat bosses in Strikes. You're doing that anyway if you're playing those activities, so you don't have to go out of your way at all to benefit from this. And the greater harvest mods do the same thing, but with enhancement prisms. There's also a way to get dozens of enhancement cores in only a few minutes. After playing for a while, you'll be left with a ton of finest matter weaves. Use one of these and then head over to the moon and look for any of these locked hive chests. They can spawn all over the place, so it shouldn't be hard to find one. Once you're here, look around for a symbol that does not match the first symbol on the chest. Shoot it, and this will spawn an orange bar knight. Kill it, and it'll drop an enhancement core. Then pop another matter weave, shoot the same symbol, kill the new knight, and repeat. It won't drop a core every time, but it's about a 50-50 chance. Just do this over and over, and you'll get about 3 or 4 cores per minute. In less than 10 minutes, you'll fill entire rooms with enhancement cores. So, which activities are the best to farm as a solo player? For cores and prisms, farm hero difficulty Nightfalls and work on gunsmith bounties at the same time. Then for Ascendant shards, the Master Duality glitch is the fastest, but once that does get patched, the best place is Trials of Osiris. And for Ascendant alloys, run low-level campaign missions for fast clears. Now that you have a ton of Masterwork materials, you'll want to check out this video to see how I made a build with perfect stats and how you can too. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Marshix, and I'll see you next time.